Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So before I get into today's video, let me just start off by saying I did film a makeup tutorial on this particular look, mostly the eye makeup. So I will have that video up at some point. So if you're interested on how I did that, then just keep an eye out for that video. And then secondly, I have to say I am feeling my hair today. I'm like the type of person, I like big sassy buns. So yeah, just feeling pretty cute today. But anyway, so I wanted to make a video just kind of addressing some of the questions I've been getting about my nipple piercings, and then just talk about some stuff that I haven't really covered about them. So that's what this video is going to be, and I guess I will just get right into it. Alright, so to start off, the most common question that I get is, did it hurt? And I can't remember which video it was, but I did talk about, you know, that yes, it did hurt. In my experience, it hurt a great deal, I'm not gonna lie, guys. But I think that, you know, it obviously just depends on your pain tolerance, and it depends, you know, on your piercer too. If you have a piercer who kind of tends to take their time, it's gonna hurt more. My particular piercer, he does, you know, piercing super fast, so that's why it probably didn't hurt even more than it did for me. But you know, it just depends on your body, your pain tolerance, your piercer, that sort of thing. But yeah, they're gonna hurt. Any piercing is gonna hurt, but I would say nipples do tend to hurt a little bit more in my experience. Another question I get is, what kind of bra do you wear? So when I got my nipples pierced, I don't know if I said it, I'm sure I did, I didn't wear a bra to the studio. I just wore like a tight tank top, because I was kind of unsure, and I actually had some errands to run that day. So I just didn't wear a bra. I just wore a tight tank top and a jacket over it, and I don't really have much going on in that region, so you couldn't even tell I wasn't wearing a bra. But that's what I did. But I will say that for the most part, sports bras are more comfortable than normal bras. Now, for me, wearing normal bras right after I got them pierced, even a couple weeks after, it was kind of touch and go. I find bras that didn't have excessive padding for like the push-up effect, I found that those were more comfortable than the ones that had a bunch of padding to push your boobs up. But you know, like, it just really depends on you, and you know, try different bras out to see what's comfortable. I will say, like, the bra that was the most comfortable for me were these types of sports bras. I got this one at Gordman's, I believe, and as you can see, it's just has padding, but nothing crazy, and it's soft and comfortable. There's no wires, nothing. That bra's kind of worn out. I've had it for a few years. But yeah, those were the bras that I really gravitated towards, and they didn't hurt. They were really soft and comfortable, because I found that normal sports bras that don't have padding, I don't know, I found that they were, or like that cupped look, I guess. I don't know, I just found that they tend to kind of like suffocate my boobs and the nipples and the piercing. So I don't know, I just wasn't super comfortable with them. Now, another question I got, which was a really interesting question, and I hadn't covered it at all in any of my videos, and I really appreciated the, I believe it was a girl asking. I really appreciated her asking, because it was a really good question. She asked me about like being intimate after you have your nipples pierced, and I'm not gonna get like too graphic with you guys. I don't want to go there with you guys. But yeah, I live with my boyfriend, so you know, stuff is gonna happen. And so it was a really good question. So basically, when I got my nipples pierced, I was so scared to like get them caught, ripped out, like just terrified. So they were off limits to my boyfriend for a couple of weeks, but you know, I just kept abroad during certain times. Yeah. And then after, you know, when I started to feel comfortable with them and stuff, you know, when we would get done doing certain stuff, you know, I would just go in the bathroom and wash them really good. So I mean, but it really depends on you personally. I mean, talk to your piercer, of course, and see what they say. Believe me, you're not going to be the first person to ask them, hey, when can my nipples get, you know, introduced into the bedroom after I get them pierced. You're not going to be the first person to ask them that. So just I wanted to put that out there because I hadn't answered that in any of my videos. So there you go. Alright, so another really good question that I had got was somebody, I don't remember who, I'm sorry, they asked me if I could feel my bars and my nipples, and the answer is no, I can't feel them. Honestly, I forget that they're there, and then they somehow manage to get in the way even if I'm wearing a bra and smack something, and then I definitely remember that they're there. So no, I don't feel them, but you know, that could be just depending on how sensitive you are. But if you are concerned about it, you know, definitely go and ask your piercer. That could be a sign of migration, but even then I'm not so sure about it. Like I said, definitely go talk to your piercer. I'm not a professional. I'm just telling you guys my advice, and kind of what I've experienced and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, definitely just go talk to your piercer if you have any questions like that. But no, I don't feel mine. It could just be your nipples are really sensitive, which could be a good thing for you. Another thing I wanted to talk about was when you get your nipples pierced, sometimes they tend to leak. I really didn't have that problem, but to prepare just in case I did, I went ahead and I had bought some of these cotton rounds. Now, you could also use like the I forget what they're called, but like when a woman is breastfeeding, they look kind of just like this, to be honest with you. They're like little pads. They're a little bit more sturdier than cotton pads, but and you know, she just puts them in her bra whenever she's breastfeeding, because you know, when you're breastfeeding, your boobs can leak out milk. It's fine, it's part of life. So you could buy those too, but I just thought these would be good because if I didn't need them, I could, you know, use them when I clean my face and that sort of thing. So I would get a use out of them either way. So that's what I did. And for the first, I would say like 2 to 3 days, I did put them in my bra, but I found that since I wasn't wearing extremely tight bras, because these kind of bras, they fit me good, but they're a little bit loose, which I liked, but not loose enough where like my boob's gonna come out and my nipple piercing is gonna get ripped out or anything like that. It wasn't like loose like that, but I just found that these tend to move around, and I also found that I really didn't need them. My nipple piercings did not leak excessively. Yes, they're leaking that lymph fluid, but that's part of healing and it's not oozing out. Some nipple piercings do tend to bleed for a few days after, and it's fine. You don't have to get these, you know, any sort of thing to put in your bra. You can just use an old bra that you really don't care about. And it's fine. I still wear a bra to bed. I still wear like a sports bra to bed. I can wear like a normal sports bra that's not like cupped or padded to bed, and those are working just fine. There have been a few times where I have not worn a bra to bed, and I've woken up that next morning and my nipples were more sore, and I just don't think it's a good idea yet for me to go braless when I go to sleep. So, you know, and I feel like that's probably what everyone should do. If you have smaller boobs, smaller than mine, then you may be okay not to, but if you definitely have bigger boobs than mine, you definitely should wear a bra to bed. But you know, again, it just depends on, you know, you personally and how you sleep and your boobs, and you know, also your sensitivity, your nipple sensitivity. I mean, so you just gotta, you know, try some stuff out and you'll figure it out. So yeah, I'm still wearing a bra to bed, and I'm 3 months in to having my nipples pierced. And so showering, I haven't really talked about showering that much, I don't think. So I use a loofah, and I'm sure everyone knows what a loofah is. I don't think I need to explain that. So I have to be really careful whenever I'm washing not to get them caught. Now, I have gotten the little loofah hole, whatever, caught on one of them before, but I saw that it caught before I like jerked it away or anything. So I was able to just, you know, move the loofah a little bit, and the nipple piercing came free. So, you know, you have to really be careful when you're showering. You know, if you use one of those brushes, the bath brushes, I forget what they're called, then you don't have to be as careful. Obviously, you don't want to like scrub over your nipple. So, you know, when you're just in the shower bathing, you really do need to be careful. Now, with taking baths, I love taking baths. I love using like the Lush products, so I'm always taking a bath and putting like the Lush products in and all that stuff. So what I do is I take the bath, and you know, baths aren't particularly like cleaning. I'm sure everyone knows that. So what I do is after I get done with the bath, I stand up in the shower, and then I turn on the shower and I hose myself off, and I hose off the girls here, and then, you know, I just clean them normally with my unscented Dove soap, and it works. Not the bar kind, but the little pump kind. And I find that that works. And also, now this may not apply to everyone, but it applies to me. I have really dry skin, and I have really dry skin everywhere, even on the girls. So, you know, I'm always moisturizing and everything, but with getting them pierced, I couldn't put moisturizer on them, so my nipples did dry out a little bit. Not like pregnancy dried out nipples, not like that. You know, they're just kind of dry. So I did start putting a little bit of unscented moisturizer on. Now, not like slathered on or anything, but, you know, I would put a little bit on my finger, like a tiny, tiny little dot, and then I would carefully rub it. So weird. Carefully rub it over my nipple, avoiding the holes of the piercing. And, you know, you have to be really careful when you're doing that. I do not recommend everyone to do that. If, you know, you unsure, please talk to your piercer. I'm kind of more experienced with piercings just because I have so many, so I felt confident in doing that. But, you know, if I were to do it and, you know, a problem were to occur because of it, I would stop doing it. I'm not going to keep doing it. I just, like I said, I get dry skin, and the girls were really drying out. Alright guys, another thing I wanted to add real quick before I end the video, and this is about cleaning your piercings. Now, I do have a whole video about cleaning my nipple piercings. I think I mentioned that in the beginning of the video. But if not, then yes, I have a whole video about it. I have all my piercing videos in my piercing playlist, which is linked down below in the description box if you want to go check that out. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm cleaning mine once to twice a day. More often, it's just one time a day. But, you know, I know my body. I know how my body reacts to piercings. So I have to say that, you know, if you are not as experienced with piercings and you don't really know how your body, you know, handles it and everything like that, then, you know, you definitely need to just stick to cleaning them twice a day. Or if, you know, you, like, let's say you clean them in the morning and then you go work out at the gym and you get all sweaty and you go home, you need to clean them then. You probably should take a shower because you're sweaty and dirty. But you need to clean them when you get home as well, because you don't want, like, all that sweat sitting on them. That's just not good for any new piercing. And then it, you know, like, let's say later, you know, you go to bed, you definitely should clean them then as well. So I think that's it for the video. If you guys have any more questions about them, please just, like, leave them down below and I will definitely answer them. I just thought it would be good for me to make a general piercing care video. So yeah, I hope that it was helpful for you guys, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.